Good morning, friends. Welcome to Harvest Moon Farm. My name is Mickey if this is your first time visiting my channel. And generally I do a lot of cooking and baking videos. This time of year though, it is time to start thinking about this year's garden. So today we're going to go through all of the seeds that I already have. We're going to go through the seeds that I purchased late last year, and we're going to start sorting them to see when I should get some of these seeds started inside. So I know I ordered a lot. I haven't opened these since they arrived, and I do not remember everything I purchased. But it's 2 boxes worth, so obviously I ordered quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just open up both boxes, put them on the table, and then we'll start going through them and adding them to the containers that I already have where they fit. Oh, this is just one. What is this? Alright, so this is, uh-oh, I need my glasses. Okay, gotta have these or we can't read anything. Okay, so these are peas. I did not realize I'd ordered such a ginormous bag, but you need a lot of peas if you're going to shell them to end up with very much. So let's put those over there. Alright. Oh, apparently I got a lot of peas. Let's see here. Get these all turned the right way. Alright, so these are just regular peas. Just regular shelling peas. This one is a snow pea. And I also got a bag of snap peas. Huh. Okay. I don't remember doing that. I've got some pole beans and some bush beans. I like to do some of each. Excuse me. I like to do some of each because the pole beans tend to produce a little bit later in the summer, and the bush beans will produce earlier. So that way we've got green beans all summer. Got some corn, some pumpkins, and these are larger pumpkins. They can produce up to 10 to 20 pounds. So these are probably ones I bought for my grandkids for carving. And then some summer squash. All right, let's see here what we've got. Get these sorted a little bit and then we'll go through them all. I'm going to kind of just break them into groups. Is. So I've got vegetables, and then I have a lot of herbs here as well. Which I know I still have herbs from last year. I probably didn't need nearly this many seeds because I do have a bunch left, but you know how it is. You start going through your seed catalog and you get super excited, and suddenly you've ordered way more than you needed. Okay, so I've got, I'm not sure why I took those off because I can't see. I've got a couple of different types of pumpkins here. Let's see. This is going to be these will make 8-pound pumpkins. And this is Winter Luxury, and these are Early Prince Hybrid, and these are good for ornamentals. Now, it's been so long, I really don't remember exactly why I ordered each one of these things. Some winter squash. I've got some spaghetti squash here. Some tomatillos. My mother-in-law cooks with tomatillos a lot, so I've got some of those that we will use, and then also that I'll share with her. I'm going to try and grow some loofah gourds again. I only have one packet of celery. I must have a bunch left over. Carrots, several different types of peppers, banana peppers, and I ordered these from Gurney's, so Hybrid Gurney's Giant. I think these are, oh, I ordered these, should be red peppers, but of course you can pick them green or red. I've got some different types of cucumbers here. I got some pickling cucumbers and just a regular slicing cucumber. So I've got Americana Hybrid and the gherkin pickling. I've got some cabbage. I bought Paddock Hybrid. Got some watermelon and cantaloupe, and then a Sugar Rush melon. So I was interested in this one because the skin will be yellow. So curious to see how those turn out. Whoops. Got a I don't know if I said I've got Brussels sprouts here, Sylvia Hybrid. So my tomatoes, I got some San Marzano beefsteak, Easy Sauce Hybrid, Aroma, and then some of the bigger tomatoes, so Mortgage Lifter, beefsteak. But I wanted to make sure that I got plenty of sauce tomatoes because I make a lot of sauce. Cabbage, let's see, I did all those. Lettuce, I have a bunch of lettuce seeds still, but lettuce is so easy to grow. So I have a mini romaine, an Ithaca, which I think is more like, it's a head lettuce, I'm not sure. Butter Crunch, which I love, and a Super Jericho. Okay, well, we'll talk about the herbs here in a minute. Well, let me just, okay. So I've got some coriander, chamomile, sweet basil, lemon balm, echinacea, oregano, and chives. Okay, so what I want to do now is get some of this stuff out of my way, and I'm going to add these to these containers that I bought last year to sort my seeds. So these are just photo containers. I just bought these. I think I bought these online, but I have seen them at Walmart as well. So this one is, it looks like this one is most of my herbs and spring crops. So I'm going to go ahead and just put them in the right containers, and then we'll go through and we're going to see when we should start some of these. This one's my carrots. Okay, so these I think I don't have any space for. All right, so my lettuces, I have one container for heading lettuces and one for loose leaf, and I'm pretty sure these are all heading lettuces, so I'm going to put those in here. And the only thing about these is that these packets, this size packet is the one that fits. This one might fit, but these start getting too fat for the little container. So I'm going to set the peas over here. And then let's take a look at this one. See what we've got in here. Okay, why is this? There we go. Yep, and I don't have room for any of the beans. I can put my small container, or my small packets of pumpkin will fit in here. Ooh, maybe. Summer squash. Cucumbers. All right, let's see. Sweet peppers. Got some black bean seeds that I ordered at the end of the season since they were on sale. All right. Tomatoes, we've got, these are the paste tomatoes. Our slicing tomatoes, and I didn't order any cherry tomatoes, which I think I have some. And then I've got the tomatillos, and then I've got all these things that are too big to go in this container. Okay, so I'm going to start with my spring things, and we're going to go through, we're going to read the package and see when it should be started indoors, and then I'm going to mark each group of seeds with the date that I should start them. So I've got a calendar here, got some Post-its. Why this is being so difficult. There we go. Okay. I tried starting onions last year indoors. They never got big enough. So I may try a few, I may not, but let me just see when we should get those started if I'm going to do them. These are bunching onions. Let's see. 6 to 8 weeks before last frost. Okay. So our last frost, I believe, is April 19th for my area. So let me just see here. Oops. So you can look this up. If you just search it, it will take you to a place where you can enter this. So you just put in your city and state or your zip code, and it will give you the average last and first frost dates for your area. So I'm just on, looks like the Old Farmer's Almanac site. So our last spring frost is estimated at April 19th. So that's what I'm going to use as my guide. So I'm just going to go to April 19th and I'm going to count backwards 8 weeks. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that puts me at February 23rd. I'm pushing everything to a Saturday because I'm at work on a Friday. So I'm gonna say that I'm gonna start these on February 24th, which is 2 weeks from now. And I'm using these little flags here because they are almost the perfect size to fit these little photo boxes. So lettuce is one of those things that does well with just a direct sow, but also I want to go ahead and start some of these indoors, my first round, and then I'll start putting them, you know, I'll do like a succession planting for these. So starting indoors, this one says 4 weeks before last frost. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, March 22nd. So that's all I'm going to do is go through anything that I want to start indoors, and I'm going to mark the, my dog is being obnoxious outside. I'm going to mark these with their indoor starting date. I'm going to see when the earliest one is, which might be these onions. There's probably a group of things that should be started around that time. So my peas, let's see, this says most of the time peas are one of those things that you want to direct sow, but I'm going to go ahead and start some of these inside, and I can't remember where or when I'm supposed to do it. Okay, it does not say, so we're going to skip those for now. Do I have any in there? No. So my Brussels sprouts, let's see. This one says 4 to 6 weeks, and this one that I already have says 8 weeks. So I'm going to start some at different times. So I'm going to say 8 weeks was the February 24th date. Carrots do not like to be transplanted, so we're going to direct sow those, but let's see when we're going to try and get these in. It says, while the weather is still cool. So, what does this one say? Okay, so these say as soon as our soil can be worked. So generally that's March-ish. So I'm going to say we're going to shoot for March 16th. So if you guys have been watching my channel, you know that we finally got our first real garden going last summer, which was the second summer that we had been in this property. And the soil is really poor, so everything did fabulous until it got about this tall, and then there just, even though I tried fertilizing and adding other things, there just weren't enough nutrients in our soil, or really enough soil for things to really do a good job. So this past fall we added a bunch of rotted manure that we got from one of our neighbors, actually the guy that hays our property. We got a bunch of manure from him that had been sitting already for a year. We covered it we covered our garden plot with that and a bunch of mulched leaves and other things that my husband was bringing home from his lawn care job. And then we covered it all with big tarps. So that will help kill the weeds. That will help make sure that the manure is rotted enough for us to be able to, that it won't burn our plants. And then when I'm ready to start putting anything outdoors in the spring, we're going to pull back the tarp and we're going to add a layer of compost and soil and plant in that, and then fingers crossed we get much better results this year. And as we plant every year, it is going to get better. It's going to take a while, unfortunately. Okay, broccoli. Our broccoli is 6 to 8 weeks. And I am going with the 8-week date. When it's got a range, when it's got a range, I'm going to use the earliest date possible. That way I know if it doesn't get done that week, I have another week that I can get it done. But I really want to get things on the earlier date. And this year I did order some, last year I just used potting mix from Walmart or Home Depot or one of those places. This year I've ordered some Vermont compost for indoor starting, and so that's what I'm going to use, and hopefully I'll have better results. Not that I had really bad results last year, but things didn't get as big as they were supposed to in the time frame that I had, and I think it was because of the starting mix that I used. So this is start indoors 8 weeks. Okay. So we're going to be starting a lot of things on February 24th, it looks like. So that, like I said, is 2 weeks. I have kale that I bought. I don't really like kale. I can eat it if there's not a lot of it in my salad, but I really bought it for the chickens. And we want to direct sow that in early spring. So let's give that the March 16th date. Hopefully all my little I might have to tape these down. I don't want all my little stickies to fall off. And then what I have left in here is my herbs. So I've got basil, and we're going to direct sow these. And so these all have to be after our our last frost. So I'm actually going to get some tape and tape these little flags down so they don't fly away. Because I'd be really sad if I opened this up and all my little Post-its were gone and I didn't know what went with what. So we'll just do this and make sure that they stay. Now, the one thing I have that we need to do something different with is the echinacea. And so this says that first our seeds need to be stratified. And so all this means is kept moist and refrigerated or grown in a cold frame during the winter for 3 to 12 weeks. Once they're stratified, we can plant them out, and we have to grow it for 3 to 4 years before it's big enough to harvest any sizable roots. So that one is going to have something different done with it. So we will take care of that once we're done here. And then I'm just going to write on the, oh wait, no, the peas. Let's see, what did it say? I think I started the peas last year around the same time as my broccoli and cauliflower and all that. So that would be the February 24th date. Oops. And then I will do succession plantings of those, just direct sow. Alrighty, so there is, so that's our spring, most of our spring plants and our herbs. So we'll set this over here. And then let's take a look at some of our warmer weather plants. Here, let's go ahead and look at these. Okay, our bush beans can go out anytime after our last frost. So that's usually, after any danger of a frost has passed. So that's not typically our last frost date. Here it's generally about May 8th or 9th. So let's see which May date falls on a Saturday. So we can do May 4th or May 11th. So I'm going to put on here May 4th, but I will watch the weather, and if we have any danger of a late frost, then I'll bump it. Put these to the side. Here's our corn, and our corn we want to just direct sow, again after all danger of frost has passed. So we're going to do a 5-4 on that and base it on the weather. So I've also got some more packets of beans in my little photo box, just different varieties, which of course I like to play around with. And I'll be on my annual girls trip with my sisters and my niece the second full week of May, so I have to try to plan around that to make sure I get everything done. Okay, so here are my black beans. Let's see, what does this say? Start indoors 2 to 3 weeks before last frost. Okay, so if we're looking at April 19th, get my calendar to cooperate. Oh my gosh, really? There we go. Okay, 1, 2. So that puts us at March 29th. So I'm really excited. I've never tried to grow shelling beans before, and we like black beans, so we're gonna try those. Okay, now we're at our tomatoes. Let's see, these should be 6 to 8 weeks, which is February 24th. So we are going to be starting a lot of things in a couple of weeks. That's okay, because that is exciting, and I always get really really wound up this time of year, especially in, I don't know where you guys are, we are in the Midwest, and we've had some really unseasonably warm weather the last couple of weeks. It's been amazing, in the 60s, and one day it was almost 70. It was fabulous. It's going to get a little cooler this weekend, but that little sneak peek of spring just really starts getting me super excited for gardening. Oh, I do have one packet of cherry tomatoes left. Okay, let's see what it says. 6 to 10 weeks. Yep. All right, so we're just going to go with the 8 weeks. We'll do all the tomatoes at 8 weeks. So one thing that I need to do is get all of my containers, all of my starting containers, and get them cleaned and dried and ready to go. So sweet peppers, let's see what it says. 8 weeks, that's what I thought. So we'll have a nice day of seed starting in a couple of weeks. That will be super exciting. Alright, summer squash, we're just going to direct sow. Our pumpkins, did I already mark that? No. We're going to direct sow these in that first weekend of May when we do all the rest of our direct sowing. Same with our summer squash, cucumbers, let's see, our celery. This says sow indoors mid-March. So let's do March 16th. It said you can sow them indoors mid-March to early April. This way if something happens, I can still get them done. Okay. All right, well there we go. So we have all of our seeds gone through, organized, marked for when we want to get them started indoors, and ready to go. I'm so excited. All right, so all of this is direct sow. I need some sort of container. I'm going to use one of these boxes for today. So we'll put our peas and all of these other bigger bags of seeds. We'll put those in there. All right. One other thing that I did is last year I bought a grow station. So it's just, I think it's got 4 shelves that have lights or 3 shelves that have lights. I don't remember. It's basically just one of those wire shelves, and it's got grow lights that hang on it. It worked amazingly, but I need another one, so I had ordered another one. I've got it upstairs ready to be put together, so I'll get that put together sometime before the next 2 weeks, so that it will be ready when I start getting all these seeds started. Now the seeds are going to go onto a warming mat to start with, and as soon as they've sprouted, then I'll put them on the grow station. But I want to have everything ready so that I'm not scrambling around on the day that I've got some things sprouting and I need to move them and I don't have space. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that if you are a gardener, you are as excited as I am to get this season going. And I will see you guys on the next video. So coming up in the next couple weeks, we will be getting our seeds started and hopefully get things rolling. All right, you guys, have a great day. See you on the next video.